enormous crater of water with a striking colour. 30 kilometres from Seville, this is what remains of the Los Frailes mine at Aznalcollar, the scene of one of the worst ecological disasters in Spain. Francisco was 50 years old when the tragedy struck.
Everything here was flooded and covered in huge amounts of mud, more than 2 meters high, I would say. It spread over both sides of the river.
On April 25, 1998, 7 million cubic meters of toxic mud spilled out from the mine near Aznalcollar. The muck, polluted with heavy metals, spread out over more than 60 kilometers. It killed all forms of animal and plant life and contaminated the land. Francisco had his farm here.
They told me I wouldn't be able to take in my harvest. I immediately realized I had lost everything, that this was really serious, that the pollution was extremely worrying.
The Aznalcollar disaster still haunts locals, but the mine is about to start up again. Its deposits of heavy metals have attracted the attention of one of the world's leading mining companies.
We're standing on the old mine, just beneath that water of the ore that we're going to mine. It's a reserve of 43 million tons, which will take about 20 years.
The company has already spent more than 50 million euros to reopen the mine. This warehouse contains the samples it has collected in the last few years.
In this section, you can see 3 main types of ore: copper, zinc and lead, that are often found together. These metals are used in many sectors. In Europe, we're completely dependent on metals from abroad. I think it's important to open up new mines that can offer social and environmental guarantees.
Guarantees that aren't convincing ecologists, because to access the heavy metals, the mining company will first have to empty out the reserve pool that covers over the former mine.
Look at that. It's a mix of rain and groundwater that has accumulated here. Since this liquid has come into contact with the heavy metals, it's very polluted by aluminium, chromium and arsenic.
The mining group plans to set up a purification plant to treat the water that will be discharged into the Guadalquivir River. Pure window dressings, say environmentalists.
The water they're going to release will conform to the level of milligrams per litre authorised for each pollutant, but toxic residue will remain in it. And the problem is that we're talking about 15 billion litres being discharged in just 18 months.
That volume of contaminated water will add to the other waste from the mine already present in the river. Jesus, a biologist, is worried about the estuary's ecosystem.
The mine company says that when the water arrives here, it gets diluted and exits the estuary easily. But it's very probable that a large part of the heavy metals contained in that water end up at the bottom of the river in the sediment, or that they stagnate in the inner estuary.
Despite the fears of environmentalists, many residents in Aznalcollar are looking forward to the mine's reopening. Some 23% of the inhabitants are unemployed. Mayor Juan José has tried since the mine was closed to get it reopened.
I've always felt that my town shouldn't forget about its mine. We've had a mining history for the last 2,000 years, and here our wealth lies underground. We've got nothing else but the mine.
With financing from the regional government, some locals are already getting ready to work there. For the last 2 weeks, these young job hunters have been training to be welders.
My father used to work down in the mine and had to retire early because of the disaster. He would be very happy if it reopened and the town's young people like us could work there again.
New people will come to live here. That will help businesses work again and bring life back to the town, money too.
Aznalcollar isn't the only place where mining could restart. More than 400 projects are currently being studied in Andalusia.